Is going on, Mile City? Welcome back to Broncos Country News. I'm your host and anchor, Caleb Malden. Denver Broncos fall in a 34-27 game with the Atlanta Falcons. Broncos tried to mount yet another fourth quarter comeback, but it ultimately fell short. So let's just jump into this. Obviously, there are a lot of reactions to this game. There is obviously some frustration, some anger, and it's justified. There's a lot to be frustrated about with this game. So let's talk about what I think are positives, negatives, what the team can build on. Let's just talk about that. The first big positive I want to talk about is Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler. They finally showed up today. They had a big explosive game. Jerry Jeudy was had 7 receptions, 125 yards, and a touchdown. He had a huge touchdown in the fourth. Hamler was pretty big today. He had some pretty big catches. The receiving corps as a whole did an okay job. And Drew Lock today had 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 2 throwing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and he had 313 yards, and he had a pick. The offense as a whole is obviously the center point of frustration. The defense, they did give up a lot of yards today. I almost expected that because the minute I got the news that Bryce Callahan was out, I panicked a little bit. I'm like, oh great, we have 2 starting corners gone. And now they have Julio Jones. And I didn't even know that till this morning. I woke up to the news. Oh, great, look at that. Callahan's not going to play. So it's almost like, well, now you're going to force this offense to have to score 40 points. And are they there yet? I don't know. Clearly they're not there yet. But, so I can cut the defense a little bit of slack. Like we had a lot of starters out. We don't have Purcell. We don't have Harris. We don't have Boyer. We don't have Callahan. And also, again, obviously, they still don't have Vaughn or Casey, which hurts a lot. So the Broncos they couldn't muster a stop, really. Offensively, stagnant in the first half. And I really thought about it. Blame has to go to Drew Lock. He has to be more consistent. The biggest problem I've noticed with him is he does roll out a bit too much. Like there are times where he'll panic and bail. And sometimes it worked. I get it. The offensive line had some problems today. We lost DeMar Dotson. They'd have Jake Rogers come in, and they were getting through a lot. Schlottman had some problems today. Like, Cushenberry had some problems. Like, we desperately need Glasgow back. We need him back in the worst way. Dotson had a groin injury. I hope it's not serious because we need him back in the worst way, too. So many problems today for the Broncos. Just so many injuries, and that's not... and I'm not making it as an excuse. It's just reality. Drew Lock did roll out a little bit too much, and I think there are times he just needs to stay in the pocket. The interception to Jeudy, I mean, granted, he had 3 defensive tackles coming in his face. In that scenario, I say just chuck that ball out of bounds as far as you can, or at least get in the direction of a receiver so you don't get intentional grounding. No need to make that throw. I liked the idea, but it was just a bad idea. But it was a bad throw. But Drew also made some big plays later in this game. I liked that 10-yard touchdown run where he had the option to go out of bounds, and he says, no, I'm going to go for it. And I liked that from Drew. We had a huge catch from Patrick, a great route run by Jerry Jeudy. Here's the thing with me. I'm not bailing on Drew. I'm not. And the Bronco fans who are critical of him, I get it. The criticism is there. And it's deserved. The offense is too inconsistent. They could not establish a run game, so it was all on Drew in the passing game. My biggest issue I take with Pat Shurmur is that I think the Broncos have a key to success in the offense, and we've seen it back-to-back weeks, but they're not using it. Here, I'll show you something. Troy Rank, who's a great reporter, he tweeted this out after the game. When the Broncos run the standard offense that we prefer to run with a good mix of the run and the pass, and a lot of those empty sets, which I cannot stand for the life of me. Stop running empty sets. They don't work. When they run empty, you're inviting the defense to go get Drew Lock. That's when they send blitzes because you don't have a back that can pick it up. Stop calling empty. Please, I will do anything. Just stop calling empty, please, especially on 2nd and long, 3rd and long. And why were we running the ball with 2nd and long? With 37 seconds to go in a timeout, clearly we were moving the ball with the pass. I don't get Shurmur sometimes. I think he's just too stubborn. He's too stubborn. He thinks, it's more of like, this is my playbook, you run it. Clearly the offense knows what it can do. Let me read you again. I'm going to read the stats. When Drew Lock, when they are running that standard offense that does not work, that has been stagnant, that is wasting the talent and the potential that this team has. Here are Drew Lock's stats. 26 for 50, 293 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. When they run the other offense, it's more upbeat. That's more up-tempo. That moves the ball down the field like we saw against the Chargers and Falcons. Drew Lock is 25 of 39, 272, 5 touchdowns passing, and a rushing touchdown. What you got today? Clearly, there's a key to success. Drew loves up-tempo. If I'm Drew Lock, I'm looking at the film from the Chargers and the Falcons. I'm going to Pat Shurmur on Monday, and I'm saying, hey, let's just make that the offense. Huh? Let's get moving quick. Run those quick RPOs with Judy and Hamler and Hamilton. Let's run those quick RPOs. Mixed in with a couple draws, of course, to keep the defense guessing. Keep running quick routes, so when the defense bites and they blitz, we can burn them on those short routes, and then the blitz will back off. They'll stop rushing. Then you can go deep and get aggressive. That deep strike to Judy was amazing. It was a beautiful throw and catch. It was one of my favorite plays I've seen from the offense. The potential is there. The talent is there. Which is why I'm both a little optimistic but so frustrated. Had this potential been unlocked, had they let Drew do this, I don't think they're letting, I don't know why they're putting him in handcuffs. When the offense is run the way Drew likes it, they work, they can play, they can score, they can drive. And when they do that, it's fun, it's exciting, it's what we've been begging to see. This offense, say what you want, they haven't done this since 2015, 2014 even, they haven't done this. We have seen this offense maybe get a drive or two, but they can't get it done. We haven't seen the offense unlock this kind of potential. Sure, we've seen them have scoring touchdown drives, and they've had good drives, but we haven't seen the offense play with this kind of pop and speed. Not only because we have better weapons, we have a better quarterback than those past 5 years. Guys, I'm telling you, Broncos fans, I get it. You're frustrated, and I am too. I understand. I'm really frustrated with this coaching staff. I don't know why they make adjustments so late. I don't know what is it with Fangio and Shurmur. I've defended Vic Fangio, but I really question him game. Why this team came out so flat, I don't know. Guys, the potential is there. The talent is there. I'm telling you, if Pat Shurmur takes off the handcuffs, he gives Drew the keys and he says, all right, what we did in the second half against the Chargers and second half against the Falcons, we're going to run that. Now, that's going to be our offense. I promise you, this offense will look so much better. Lindsey and Gordon will get to eat a lot more. The passing game will be far more efficient because Drew has the talent. He has the efficient passer. And I get that there's stuff like it was just a garbage time QB. I think it's more of that Shurmur is actually letting him play. Shurmur's letting him play more loose. Stop whatever you're doing. Because if you keep doing that, the definition of insanity is running the same thing over and over, knowing that it will be the same outcome. Knowing that you will get the same result every time, but you keep doing the same thing because you keep saying to yourself it's going to be different. The path to success is there. The offense can do it. You have to let them, though. Stop forcing them to run your scheme, which clearly is not working and is not taking advantage of the arsenal of weapons that the Broncos have at their disposal. And instead, let them play. Let Judy do his thing. Let Locke roll out and throw. Run those RPOs. Because then when they chip away at the yards, the defense will back off and then get aggressive because we know what can happen. Guys, we have first rounders and second round, third round talents abound on this team. Lindsey is an undrafted rookie. He plays like a first, second round talent. He's an undrafted player and he plays like he was drafted in the top 20. Let the players play their game. I'm not even really focusing on the defense. This is more frustration with the offense. Let Drew do his thing. When they let Drew play, this offense is great. We've seen it now. If I'm the offense, I'm just saying, okay, look, just put up 24, 27 points a game consistently. Defense will do something. We'll get turnovers. We'll get a few stops. Play the way we've been playing in the second half of these past two games. The potential and the talent is there. They need to use it. Shurmur needs to lighten up a little bit. Stop letting it get to his head. Just let the guys do their job. It can happen. Broncos fans, I know you hate the term be patient. I know you hate it. Please, I'm begging you, just stick this out. And I get the frustrations. They're real. I'm frustrated too, believe me. But I'm seeing the talent. I'm seeing the potential. It's there, and it's exciting, and I can't wait to see it unlocked. If they just adjust their scheme. If Shurmur and Locke finally, if Locke could just go to Shurmur and say, hey, let's use this more. Let's run this more. Clearly it works. Clearly they can get something. Because Drew can make plays. These receivers can make plays. The offense can make plays. But they're being limited by a scheme and inconsistency. If they can find that scheme and they can make that work, this offense's potential could be great. This offense can be amazing. We've seen it. And I hope that Shurmur can learn from his mistakes. Let Locke do his thing. Let him grow in his own talent. And this team can be something special, guys. I'm being serious right now. I get the frustrations and they need to improve quick. But the key to success is there. I know it's hard to see it, but it's there. They just need to use it. Guys, that's just it. That's just my opinion on this game. There's good and bad to take away from this. Good and bad. Anyways, that's it for me. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Anyways, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please be sure to share the video, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, that's it for me. Broncos Country 303.